In this video, we're going to be looking at creating a template using a table. Now, as you can see, I've still got my design in front of me just to remind me what kind of layout I'm going for. But this is not the only way you can do it. Some of you might have your banner below the buttons, and in some schools you may find that you're actually doing the buttons on the left-hand side, which is fine. As long as you don't have the buttons at the bottom of the page, because it's a very inconvenient location to have it for the users to find and actually utilize in a website. The whole point of the navigation bar is for navigation. So inherently it needs to be at a place that is easily accessible, so typically near the top. So this is my design. You may have a different design, that's fine. But you can see that it's a table. I've got my numbers at the top just to remind me. So let's actually start. So we're going to make our template. So you open up Dreamweaver. Now, depending on which one you have, I'm using Dreamweaver CS5.5, but the most of these versions are pretty similar in terms of the layouts and where the tools can be found. I'm going to open a HTML document, and if you can't see the ruler, you go to View, and you go to Rulers and just Show. Okay, make sure it says pixels here, not inches or centimeters. So make sure these two items are showing before you start anything. We now need to insert a table. But what I'm going to do is, let's put the table in first. So insert table. There it is, being blind. And just to remind myself, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows and 2 columns. So 4 rows, 2 columns, very similar to what we had last time. And I'm going to put the numbers 1366 for now. And to be fair, it's not the end of the world if you don't get this precise now, but it's good practice if you do. And then you just press OK. It pulls it out. You see that's the size. Yes, it's a little large for you to, hard to see, but all we're going to do is basically go here, excuse me, zoom out a little bit just so we can see better. And we already know that the width is already perfect. But if by accident you drag it in, I wouldn't be too concerned, because as soon as you put the banner in, you can get it perfect. Next thing is to merge these two. So if you look at my design, you can see that that's merged. These two aren't. That one is, and this one is. So you've got 3 out of the 4 rows I have in this table merged. So I'm going to go back, right-click inside this table, merge. That one isn't. This one is. And then the last one. There we go. Now I'm going to drag them all out. If I can click it, there we go. Just so we can see it better. Oh, sorry, I didn't want to do that one. I wanted to click the black box. There we go. Now, by clicking the black box here, it pulls them all out evenly. If you click the line, the double line, it only drags the last row. Now, I know that my buttons are going to be a thin row, and that the footer here is going to be a thin one as well. So I'm going to drag that up using the double arrow cursor, can you see? So I'm not touching the black box this time. And this area is going to be where most of my content is going to be. So I'm going to throw that down. And there we go. Now that height doesn't matter right now, but I'm going to make this maximum 100%. There we go, just to get an idea of how much I want for my banner. And I'm reckon, and try to keep it simple so that you've got these numbers here on the side. That's the whole point of the ruler, so that you can measure use these measurements to then go and make those items later on. So I'm going to drag this down to, I'm going to say 250. Yep. So you can see 50, 100. 150, 200, 250. You might decide to something slightly different. The buttons are fine as they are, and it's quite nice that it's actually 50 pixels here. Can you see from there to there? It's 50 pixels, so that works out perfectly as well. And the rest doesn't matter. So I'm going to leave that there. Then you have to save this. We haven't done anything yet to it. That's fine. We're going to File, Save, and we want to make sure that we're in the correct place. Now you can see here that it still remembers the last thing I created, the last website I created. So it's important. You shouldn't have this issue, but it's important that you do find the folder that you're working on, and you go to the new web pages folder that you created. And this is going to be called template. Done. And you press OK. And that's it. And that's how easy it is to create a template with a table.